just went to probation to get it put back on by the order of the judge. Obviously, this is not the outcome that any of us hoped for going into this trial. We hoped that the jury would be inspired by the stories of Poppy, Ivy, Astor, and Azalea, and then that would maybe lead to an acquittal. That is not what happened. And after my verdict was read, prosecutor and Deputy District Attorney Matthew Hobson asked that I be immediately remanded into custody. He gave an impassioned argument for me to be remanded. He argued that I am a threat to public safety and that it would be in the public's interest for me to be held in custody. And as I stand here, I think about all of the chickens who are suffering every moment of their lives and who advocates for them. No one cares what is a threat to their safety. And they are actually suffering. They are experiencing actual violence. I was convicted on non-violent offenses and I am considered a supposed threat to public safety. But Purdue every single day is committing acts of violence against chickens, against millions of chickens. And they face no repercussions. They won't even be investigated by the authorities. They are being scolded alive at this slaughterhouse. And Matthew Hobson and Jesseline Mills and everyone at the Sonoma County District Attorney's Office, they want you to believe that these chickens aren't being boiled alive, that they are not suffering, that their suffering is not real. And throughout this trial, they tried to make the jury doubt that birds are being boiled alive. They spent half of their argument trying to convince the jury that birds are bright red, not because they've been boiled alive, but because of dye. I wasn't allowed to talk about this during the trial, but I saw a document inside of the slaughterhouse that showed that 76 birds were boiled alive on one night in May. And the jury wasn't allowed to hear that. They weren't allowed to know their pain. But their pain was real. And Petaluma Poultry continues to cause pain every single day. And we are asking that the Sonoma County District Attorney's Office use the resources that have now been freed up. They are no longer going to spend hours every day sitting in a courtroom prosecuting me. My trial is over. And I hope that they will use the resources that they now have to investigate the real crime and to help real animals whose safety is threatened, whose safety is threatened every moment of every day as they suffer and die on Petaluma Poultry's factory farms and at the Petaluma Poultry slaughterhouse that I rescued Poppy, Ivy, Astor, and Azalea from. We're going to go now.
Carla Rodriguez is right there if you want to try to report directly to her.
Okay. We're going to go now and we're going to report Petaluma Poultry and ask them to please finally give justice to these animals. If they want to put me in jail, fine. But please give these animals the justice that they deserve.